and I'm an Australian living and working in Vancouver, Canada. I am also a volunteer at Vancouver Rape Relief and Women's Shelter. I work a Saturday night shift on the crisis line and have undergone preliminary training in peer-to-peer counselling. For the benefit of the community member, I will provide a brief overview of Vancouver Rape Relief's history, philosophy, organisational structure and goals. Vancouver Rape Relief was established in 1973 as a feminist collective run originally by women volunteers in response to a total lack of support for victims of domestic violence. The organisation continues to be run as a feminist collective, and collective membership is offered to both full-time staff and volunteers in the organisation. All decisions in the organisation are made by consensus. Vancouver Rape Relief is unique in that it still remains a politicised feminist health service provided by women for female victims of male violence. It remains financially and institutionally independent of government support and is structured as a collective. It values the ethics guided by radical feminist theory and anti-poverty, anti-oppressive and anti-hierarchical ideology. Its mission is to empower women to overcome female oppression and violence towards women. Key services provided by Vancouver Rape Relief include peer-to-peer counselling, transition accommodation, crisis intervention, and advocacy on behalf of the client, which may include police liaison and intermediary representation, preliminary legal aid, the coordination of healthcare services, hospital admissions, including the support of women undergoing a sexual assault kit, accessing social services, and second stage accommodation services. The term person-centred care recognises the autonomy of the client to understand their circumstances and be an active participant in their care. It aims to redress the power imbalance between the healthcare professional and consumer. Person-centred care is a concept compatible with radical feminist ideology of empowering women to take control over their lives. Since the 1970s, social services and advocacy institutions have become increasingly hierarchical, professionalised, and distanced themselves from an explicitly feminist, survivor-defined approach to advocacy. It has been discussed in Vancouver Rape Relief collective meetings that it would be desirable to support domestic violence survivors to become advocates for themselves and their community. As a volunteer at Vancouver Rape Relief, I have become aware it had no program in place to support survivors of domestic violence to become advocates for themselves or to raise the issues of domestic violence in their own community. I see a unique opportunity to introduce a program that trains Vancouver Rape Relief staff and volunteers to facilitate survivor advocacy workshops. It is widely acknowledged by survivors of domestic violence who participate in advocacy for social justice, experience the benefits of improved self-esteem, a sense of empowerment, and better support in the community. Those survivors who are able to speak publicly and engage the community, like the Australian victims advocate Rose Batty, have been very effective in focusing the public's attention on the issues of domestic violence and influencing government policy and resourcing for victims. I would like to propose the introduction of a new program into the organisation, and that program is See the Triumph Survivor Advocacy Training. It is a community-based advocacy intervention program for survivors of intimate partner violence. The training program will prepare Vancouver Rape Relief staff to become survivor advocacy facilitators. In this way, they can support and encourage survivors of domestic violence to become advocates in their own life, to strengthen community response to intimate partner violence. In this way, promote social justice. And this program is consistent with a strength-based practice that supports the client's capacity and resources. See the Triumph Survivor Advocacy Training draws on a strength-based model of person-centred care which enlists the client's resources to develop a sustainable long-term solutions, as well as have a positive impact on the broader community. This program would require shelter staff at Vancouver Rape Relief to be trained in running survivor advocacy workshops, which would equip survivors with the skills to be their own advocate. The founders of the program can align the See the Triumph advocacy program with 43 advocacy competencies as defined by the American Counselling Association, along with examples as it relates to intimate partner violence specifically. The express purpose of this program is to empower the client. Many of the benefits of lifestyle coaching overlap with this facilitator program. Staff and clients work together collaboratively on pursuing positive behaviour change and resilience. Facilitator training will include staff gaining knowledge and skills running workshops with victims. The program specifically aims to engage the survivor in consciousness raising around the treatment of women in our society, encourage survivors to share their experience and provide a safe and supportive environment to express their feelings, canvass ideas on how to bring about positive change, support survivors in engaging small, medium and large advocacy in their community, provide opportunities for survivors to be empowered as advocates, and promote institutional reform to prevent and reduce domestic violence, in particular intimate partner violence. Trial implementation. First steps would be to present the proposal for the program to the collective for feedback and approval. Then canvass Vancouver Rape Relief collective members for volunteers for an initial trial, and set a time frame for the workshop, enlist a specialist facilitator as a consultant, and finalise dates and location for an 8-session program. On completion of the trial, we would prepare a report and recommendations for our first survivors group. I identify with the goals of transformational leadership as it was first defined by Burns in 1978, of someone who looks for potential motives in followers and seeks to satisfy higher needs by fully engaging them with the organisation, and that transformational leader creates a relationship of mutual stimulation that converts followers into leaders and may convert leaders into moral agents. I judge my transformational leadership skills to include a desire to work with people, including staff and clients, in a bottom-up rather than top-down approach, an ability to see and bring into reality positive initiatives that harness the strengths and capabilities of others, to build trust, act with integrity and be self-reflective, including seeking out opportunities for self-improvement, an audit of my personal attributes which demonstrate that I would be successful in the role of coordinating the trial of this program is that I am humble and respectful of others. I work towards a culturally safe practice. I am inclusive and have a desire to empower others. I'm emotionally intelligent, particularly in regards to my focus on communication and interpersonal skills. And I have perseverance and commitment to a long-term view of positive change in people and organisations. The See the Triumph Survivor Advocacy Training Program outlines that prospective facilitators should demonstrate certain characteristics, including strong communication skills both for speaking and listening, having a basic understanding of the dynamics of intimate partner violence, being dependable and organised, and have a basic understanding of the challenges and opportunities involved in advocacy work. However, my experience in domestic violence services is still very limited, and I am self-aware enough to understand that I lack experience in organising workshops and facilitation, which would benefit from mentoring, coaching, training and professional development. Mentorship. There is a wealth of experienced staffers and expertise at Vancouver Rape Relief and Shelter which I could defer to. Having a mentor and or supervisor would assist me in managing the project, as well as offer guidance and feedback on my performance leading the initiative. The See the Triumph Advocacy Program Network provides coaching resources online to assist facilitators to run each session. I would submit to completing these modules as part of my training. Professional development and ongoing education is key to being an effective leader, and the process of continuing to challenge yourself correlates closely with a sense of mastery and self-efficacy. Persistence to pursue learning opportunities, whether that be through research, formal courses, conferences, individual or group work, is key to being able to deliver a successful program. In conclusion, advocacy training shares many similarities to coaching, which has been shown to be an effective strategy in increasing a positive self-image, developing coping skills, fostering well-being, self-regulation and goal setting. Thank you for the opportunity to present this proposal.